Hi everyone, this tutorial was inspired by these two Kylie Jenner looks, but in it I'm also going to be sharing with you how to cover up dark circles under the eyes, plump up your brows, and also mattify your lipstick. Here we go! Starting with a clean face, the first thing I'm going to do is apply some lip balm and let that soak in as I do the rest of my makeup. Kylie's skin looked really matte and flawless in these photos, so I'm starting with this mattifying primer by Cover FX. It has some acne treatment in it too, so it's kind of like a double duty product. For foundation, I'm starting with something that has a light coverage just to even out the skin tone. I'm applying this L'Oreal Liquid Powder Foundation with my favorite flat top kabuki brush by Sigma. This foundation is really lightweight and feels like you've got nothing on, but if you like or need fuller coverage, this probably wouldn't be for you. I'm just testing it out, and if you have flaws, you're definitely going to need to use concealer after this foundation. I'm going to be doing that later, but honestly, you don't really always need heavy coverage all over your face anyway. I felt like my dark circles underneath my eyes needed a little extra attention and a little tip for when just concealer won't work. What you're going to need is to cancel out those blue tones. So to do that, you want to take an orange concealer or even an orange lipstick first. This one is by MAC, and you want to buff that over with a small fluffy eyeshadow brush. And then you can go over that with your normal concealer. If we just use concealer, the blue would still be showing through much more. See how much better that looks? Kylie has really nice brows, so I needed to thicken my own up using this Sigma eyebrow pencil, which I'm in love with. Using really light strokes, gently sketch in and fill in your brows to the shape that you want. I'm cheating a little bit because I don't really have very thick brows, but using an eyebrow spoolie to blend and soften everything up will definitely help things look much more natural. And just in case you're wondering, the contact lenses I'm wearing in this video are by Desio Lens, and they're in the color Caramel Brown. Now for the eyeshadows. I'm first laying down an eyeshadow primer just to keep any eyeshadows from creasing, and then starting with these creamy white colors here and a fluffy eyeshadow brush, I'm sweeping that all over the lids just to create a really nice bright base, and it's also going to make it really easy to blend colors on top of. Next, with my Sigma crease brush, I'm picking up this pretty coral eyeshadow. It's called Free to Be by MAC. I'm working that into the crease and only bringing it about halfway in. Then I'm just building up the intensity a little bit. This is just such a pretty color. Then I'm taking some brown eyeshadow onto the tips of the bristles of the same brush, and I'm gradually adding some depth and dimension to the eye. See how it fades really nicely into the coral color? Next, I'm taking this bronzy brown eye pencil and I'm dragging that along the outer half of my lash line. It's one of those 24/7 pencils from Urban Decay, so you want to work really quickly because once it dries, it won't move. So using a pencil brush, I'm smudging that out one eye at a time. You can even use a black eye pencil if you wanted, but I wanted to keep this look a little bit softer. Before I finish up the lower lash line, I'm going to conceal any blemishes that are still peeking through the foundation. And then I'm going to brighten up underneath the eyes with this NYX HD concealer, which is much lighter than my skin tone. The center of Kylie's face was really bright and fair anyway, and then I'm just blending that out using that same awesome flat top kabuki brush by Sigma. Flat top brushes are they just make your pores look so much less noticeable that I love them. Then go ahead and set all of that in place with a translucent powder. You all know by now that I like to roll the brush over my skin so that I don't remove or move any of the makeup underneath. Okay, now back to the eyes. Now I'm running the brown eyeshadow along my lower lash line. I'm using the tips of the bristles of the crease brush, which is going to give me more precision and control, but because it's still a fluffy brush, it's going to give a really nice diffused, hazy effect that I really think looks beautiful. Kylie has really gorgeous bottom lashes. Mine are not as impressive, so what I like to do is take a black liquid eyeliner and I'll carefully make little lash-like strokes along my lower lash line. And trust me, once you put on your mascara, it's not going to look as obvious, they're not going to look drawn on or anything, but it's going to help give a little bit more drama. Next, line along your upper waterline with a black eyeliner pencil. This is going to prevent any skin from showing through your lashes and ruining this look. And then I lined along my lower waterline with a black eyeliner, but I only went about halfway since my eyes aren't that large. If you have bigger eyes, well, lucky you, you can line them all the way along. Here I'm applying these beautiful wispy red cherry lashes. They're really inexpensive. I'll put a link to where I got them below. But you'll notice that adding the drama to the bottom lashes with that liner trick really helps to balance these major lashes on top a bit better. Now it's time to bronze and warm up the skin. I'm using a matte bronzer on the outer parts of the face. Unlike her sister Kim, Kylie's look is a little bit softer. There's not much dramatic contouring going on. But if you want to see how to do that, I already did a video on how to contour like Kim Kardashian. I'll put a link to that also in the description box below. As you can tell, I love this peachy blush by Josie Maran. I'm applying that along my cheekbone, but more further back on the face. Again, the center of her face looked quite bright. By now your lips should be well hydrated, so go ahead and blot off your lip balm, and then go ahead and pick up a lip liner, a neutral toned pink lip liner, a little bit on the darker side. This one is by MAC, it's called Subculture, it's one of my favorites. This look was really heavy on lip liner, you can even fill in your whole lip with it. I just lined mine, and then went inside with Kat Von D's Lovecraft lipstick. A lot of you are asking about it on Instagram. This is what it is. But the thing is, I wanted my lips to look a little bit more matte, like Kylie's. So what I did was I dipped my finger into some translucent powder and then just dabbed the shine away. And that's the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. I hope you liked all the tips that I snuck in. And as always, I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon. Bye!